So this is the interview that Kaibella did last night. There was no new details. I just found some couple of contradicting stories that she told originally to what she is saying now, which I found them quite interesting. And honestly, some parts did have me scratching my head like, what's this now? So let's listen.
Instagram first? No, I'm confused. No, it was TikTok first, and then he sent me his Home Alone Legend account, Instagram, and then I followed him on Instagram, and that's where we started talking more.
And he's at this point married as well,
right? Yeah,
to Chantel during this period of time. Okay, so he slides in your DM.
Right, so that's how I got involved. I exposed them, and sorry, I'm like super nervous right now. I exposed them on Twitter, and like I don't know, but yeah, that's me. That's how I got involved in their life. But I don't know. I got like chronically online when COVID happened. Like I lost my job. I was a quality control auditor for a company that manufactures performance exhaust systems. So I was approving all parts and processes of the production of quality exhaust systems, especially the ones that were made in the Fast and Furious movies. But then when COVID hit, my whole department got fired, and my ex-fiance left me, and I went to rehab, and so there was that part. And then I like relapsed again, and I went to another rehab. But yeah, I was like chronically stuck in the house. My stepdad is like super. You can't leave the house. You're gonna kill us all if you leave the house. So basically, I was stuck in the house for like the last 4 years, and so then my lung collapsed from being stuck in the house too. So I was like really stuck in the house, like stuck in the bed, like on a breathing machine. And then found fucking Foodie Beauty, and I was like, I bet you, because I just had a feeling like this guy was gonna go for it if I followed him, because I had like at that time. I'm not sure how many I had, but my highest amount of followers I had on TikTok was 325,000. Now I'm like to 294 or something, because
Wow.
I'm irrelevant now. But yeah, yeah. So that's my life. Chronically stuck in the house for the last fucking 4 years, and then like got sick and all that shit. So I got involved in fucking Foodie's life on accident, but like on purpose, but like not really, because who the fuck actually knew he was gonna do that? Nobody. I just had a feeling. I followed him.
No, okay. So
Right.
I have to ask one.
Whoa. Okay. She really could have just left that part out, but okay. I don't know what to say to that, but okay.
Question. Okay, so you said on accident, but then you said on purpose.
Yeah.
Explain.
Accidentally on purpose. Explain.
Yeah, like
Well,
was
because
so
like I
so
intentionally
so like
followed
was
him
this like a
because
thing of like you watched her and you're like, oh, this bitch, I'm gonna follow her man,
no, just the way that
or
he treated everybody in the chat. Like everybody in the chat, he just talks to them like he's super nice, and I'm like, he's a little too fucking friendly. Like I bet you money, like he's gonna see me, like I'm pretty. He's gonna see my following, and he's gonna try to slide in those DMs, and that's what happened.
Okay, now she's saying that she did what she did because Boy was too nice. But wasn't the original story that she did it because Chantal did nothing while Music Miss Marty was doxing everybody in her chat? Wasn't that the original story? Can you guys please correct me if I'm wrong? Because I do believe that's what she originally told everybody.
ouch,
Yeah.
ouch. So he
So
was
like
that
on accident,
predictable.
because like I mean it wasn't an accident. Like I followed him on purpose, but like I can't predict the future, like realistically.
So basically, all along, she intended on doing this. Music Biz Marty's doxing everybody in Chantal's chat had nothing to do with it. This was her intentions all along. And don't get me wrong, I'm not defending Boy either.
Said about it was something along the lines of like, if you tell anybody about this, I'm gonna block you. It was just like, okay, do it. And I think that was like right before like I blocked him, like right after that, and then I posted everything online like end of December.
Okay, now when you were speaking to him, were you already planning on the end goal being to expose him, or like what was kind of like what was the plan going into this?
Yeah, I wasn't gonna let him like slide. Like I knew eventually once he started to flirt, I was like, yeah, this is gonna be on the internet eventually. But I didn't.
Did you guys catch the last part? In case you missed it, go back and listen to it again. This is wild. This is crazy, but go back and listen to that little snippet again.
I know like to what extent I was gonna bring it to, and I just couldn't. handle how disgusting like he actually was. So I think it was only, I don't know, a week. I don't remember exactly the timeline of how long we were talking because I don't have the original pictures, but
So all of this happened all within 1 week's time.
something like that.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Like he practically like fell in love with you. He was wanting you to replace her. I even seen in one message like he said to replace her, and then you're like, what about her? And he was like, she could stay in Canada. Like
Yeah, that's hilarious. Yeah, I don't know if I even had the original screenshot or if I ever dropped it, if I did have it, but he was telling me at one point to also take out a loan to go and see him while she was in Canada because like I didn't have the money and he didn't have the money, and I told him to get the money from Chantal, but like he said that she had just bought her plane ticket and all that other stuff, so he told me to take a loan out.
so behind her back, he's talking to you, trying to game plan with you how you can get the money, or how either of you can get the money to get this done, and she has no clue. She has no clue at all that he is talking to somebody else behind her back.
Right. I get it.
Okay. When he was
I
talking
think
to
she's just
you,
oblivious because I feel like he's been cheating on her this entire time. Like he just seems
that's
like
what I
a
was
good
gonna
person,
ask you. Like,
but she's just like,
did he lead on to say that there was like was this his first time, or does he always do this behind her
yeah,
back?
no, in the messages he did say it was his first time, and Chantal has stuck to that like fucking a fly to shit. Like she will not let that go. That like he's never done it before. You know, he said he loved me and you know whatever. Like he would never treat me that way or some shit. Whatever the fuck, bitch. Just because he said one text out of the I don't know 100 text messages that we exchanged. I don't know how many there were. You see that one message from him, and that she just stuck to that. She didn't see anything else like negative. She didn't see that him body shaming her. She didn't see none of that bullshit. She just saw the one thing good he said about her, and been rocking with that ever since.
Yeah, no.
And you guys, the craziest thing is I just found out that I had no clue about. Not only was Kaibella's Chantal's mod, she was also a mod in Skateboy's channel. I had no freaking idea. So now it leads me to believe, like, remember the messages that Kaibella released? There was more to those messages and the voice notes that she never released. She never released her end of the conversation. So now I'm sitting here wondering, why didn't she release the rest of the voice notes and her end of the conversation?
Yeah.
God damn. She's been holding that one back. You can tell. You can tell she's been waiting to fucking unleash on that shit.
Well,
Holy shit. All right. Now, real quick, we have another question. By the way, appreciate it. It is Corb from the Banana Bear Show says, great troll ops, highly entertaining. And are you traumatized? Are you traumatized from his dirty Syrian pee-pee?
Jesus. Did you guys hear the question that he just asked? Somebody asked her if are you traumatized by his dirty Syrian pee-pee? And she just laughs. Isn't that racist? I'm gonna let it replay again in the next clip.
Are you traumatized from his dirty Syrian pee-pee?
I'm traumatized from the entire thing, to be honest. Like the whole like yes, daddy stuff. Like I never again in my life will I fucking.
Yeah, as it's going up on the screen too.
You know,
as you're explaining it.
I have a lot more religious faith since then. You know, Jesus. I am very embarrassed of the way that I talked mainly to him back, but I know I really didn't say much. Like he's out here like, let me shit on you, let me piss on you, you're a slave, you're a whore, you're a bitch,
He
motherfucker,
really
son of
is.
a bitch, you know,
Yes,
where's your
he
ass,
is.
that kind of shit. But like,
Yeah, he said a lot of wild shit.
yeah.
Okay, hold on. Now, listen, I wouldn't wants to know. Okay, yeah, here we go. We're going right into this shit. The chat wants you to describe what his dick looks like.
You know the worm from SpongeBob?
Fuck.
That question was highly unnecessary, and she really didn't have to answer it. And again, I would be lying but my ears perked up when I heard that question. So I guess I am as valid as everybody else, I guess. But she really could have just said no answer, move on from that question. But since she answered it, this is what she said.
That for like 3 inches. Is that a good? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Okay. So
Right.
so I mean okay, we're talking like plankton kind of like
No, like the big fucking monster worm thing that like took over. I don't even know.
but 3 inches.
Yeah, like this size though.
Wow. So how the I just gotta how the fuck? How the
He doesn't.
actual fuck?
He doesn't.
Like you need you need a little bit of length to
The bullworm.
I.
Yeah.
So you said like that, but 3 inches.
Hmm.
Somebody said baby carrot. Yeah.
You know the picture that went around, like the blurred out one, obviously.
Uh-huh.
This much. So in the picture, it's like this long, right? But like this much of the picture is balls. So it's like.
And that was pretty much the interview. Like, honestly, I think I listened to like what? The snippets that I got, and then I realized we're not going to learn anything new. It's just going to be the same old, repeat, rinse, wash, repeat. So if you did not watch the interview, honestly, you missed absolutely nothing from other channels that I watched. They all say the same thing. This is all the information that we already knew. But my main thing is that her stories seem to change with this one for the third time. She said she exposed them because Chantal was doing nothing while they were getting doxxed by music Bismarcky, but now it's a different story. Amazing. Now, Kaibella, we're just gonna need you to release the rest of the voice notes that you skipped over and release those because I feel like we should be hearing what you were saying in the end of your conversation to put the whole full picture together.